Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. During next week's reset, the Season 3 of Arenas launches for the patch 9.2. And on this channel, we're huge fans of WoW PvP, where we host numerous 5v5 1v1 community duels. We're all interested to see how our favorite playstyles will perform this season, and what kind of impact tier sets and double legendaries will have on our classes. I got a lot of messages from you guys asking me which class is looking the best for PvP in the patch 9.2. First, it's very difficult to determine which is going to be ultimately the best. The class tuning and changes are not final, as the process is still ongoing. Because of this, my first recommendation to everyone is to just play the playstyle or the class or the spec that you personally enjoy and have fun with the most. But in this video, I wanted to go over some of the PvP specs that could surprise you with their performance unless they see some more tuning and possibly nerfs before the Season 3 is open for the patch 9.2. But right before that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you are reminded, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to see more regular updates, content, and guides for the patch 9.2, as well as future potential 10.0 World of Warcraft announcements. The first spec that we want to spotlight is going to be the Enhancement Shaman, which has gotten quite a few buffs for PvE, which will also make their transition into PvP, like the ability to spread flame shocks with lava lash, which could enable some cleave fire-based builds. One of the bigger gains for Enhancement Shaman is a beef up to the focused lightning conduit, which will allow your maelstrom consuming abilities to have a lot more PvP impact. Talents like Elemental Blast grow much more in value, and so does the synergy between the Necrolord Covenant and the Lightning Bolt pairing. Double Legos are going to be huge for Shamans, since many of their class legendaries massively impact their damage performance. Plus, their tier set is looking to provide him a lot more sustained damage as well as Maelstrom, which can be great for self-healing or damage output. Even though the healing surge got nerfed slightly, Shamans should still be able to hold their own going into the next update for patch 9.2. The next spec that could be on the rise is the Frost Mage. I feel like the spec of fire will never stop being popular. The instant chaos burst during combustion is very difficult to beat. However, we have observed more Frost Mages trying to be competitive in the duels as of recently. For mages in 9.2, double legendaries are a very strong combination, with Necrolord offering big rampy damage, Ventia providing you more crowd control and more procs for burst. Night Fae gains more survivability as you can now move while channeling shifting power, and the Kyrian amping your damage every 30 seconds. Not every class holds this many options in the covenants they may play, which gives Frost Mages a lot of flexibility and variety to approach arenas in many different creative ways. For some players, Frost Mages have been working, they just need a second longer to set up their burst within arenas. And I believe that double legendaries could offer Frost Mages more stopping power, especially if they choose to opt in for more damage-focused legendaries going forward, which could make him a more credible threat in this new seasonal update. The next spec on the list is a bit unorthodox, but the point of this video is to talk about surprising improvements. This is why we'll be talking about Protection Warrior. What makes them unique to be put on this list is their tier set that buffs the output of Shield Slam, which happens whenever you enter your avatar form or spend enough rage. Their 4-piece bonus buffs Avatar even further, increasing its damage and even giving it more of a defensive value. Together with certain talents that amp up the damage of Shield Slam, plus a double legendaries combinations for more overall damage, this could give you a very interesting bursty opportunity. This type of playstyle reminds me of the old school gladiator stance warrior from Warlords of Draenor, a tank warrior stance that let them do more damage at the cost of tankiness. And while I doubt that gladiator stance will be returning anytime soon, as of right now, this is the closest thing that we have. And while fun and definitely cheesy, it is still very difficult to see how Blizzard is gonna balance this going forward, especially since Blizzard has a history of having difficulty balancing tanks in PvP in general. But just remember, the next time you queue in arenas and you see a protection warrior on the other team, there might actually be a credible threat going forward in the next season of patch 9.2. Warlocks found themselves less than popular for the last season of Season 2, but hopefully with double legendaries and tier sets, their situation will improve. Demonology in particular is looking to gain a lot with double legendary combinations, as well as talents, all to amp up the damage of their Demon Bolt. This playstyle may be cheesy and does require a little bit of ramp before you see some fundamentally huge damage, but the class of Warlock is no stranger to slowly but surely building up damage. With this playstyle in particular, it has big risk as any kind of CC or interrupts can really disrupt a lot of your burst. But the payoff is massive, especially if you're mildly successful in setting up some of the biggest damage possible. During our best attempts, a Demon Bolt fully empowered with a bunch of different modifiers is able to crunch through roughly 70 to 80,000 health in a single global, which is a large majority of a player's health pool over on the PTR with Season 3 PvP gear. And this is without any outside help, like Sky Fury Totem from Shamans for example, or a Dark Archangel from Disc Priest. It's hard to tell if this will make Warlocks popular going forward, limited by the amount of time investment it takes to set up this kind of damage. But just be careful the next time you see a Demonology when queuing arenas in the patch 9.2. And the final spec on this list will be Assassination Rogues. Now, without kidding ourselves, no one expected Rogues to perform poorly in the next season. In fact, most players are torn between Subtlety and Assassination when it comes to deciding the spec that'll perform the best within arenas. But the recent updates to Assassination might make him even more bolstered. Their tier set is incredibly good, buffing both the bleeds, poisons, as well as the Vendetta windows. Together with the Night Fae Covenant and the ability of Sepsis, it creates a very deadly combination. The whole point of this video is to display some of the more surprising specs for PvP that might have potential in patch 9.2. And if this isn't surprising, then I don't really know what is. If this is left untouched, you might actually want to really pay attention to Assassination Rogues going forward, as in every arena, 2v2 or 3v3, there may be a menace that you may want to shut down as soon as you see that Vendetta for the patch 9.2. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about all of the classes that were listed in this video? Let me know in the comments if there's another spec out there that looks really good for PvP that should have been on this list. Which class, spec, or playstyle that should have been included in today's video. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a Discord link to our community. Discord, probably the best place to reach out to me directly for any questions or to let me know what you think about this video update. Or if you just want to hang out with the other boys as part of the 5-5 1-in-1 dueling community, join our Discord to join our community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.